This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories.
And welcome to my review of the LEGO Batman the Animated Series Batmobile. This is a set that came out just a few weeks ago. And fun story about how I got this was I was at Target, I did have a gift card, and I found this set with the box being pretty crushed, so I asked if I could get a discount on it. I did. They were really nice, they gave me a 25% discount on it, so I only wound up paying $45 for this before tax and everything. And then after I had my gift card, I ultimately wound up paying today, or the day I bought it, $25. Although I did trade that gift card for money at a different point, so technically I did still pay that full amount of money. It was just not in one purchase. But yeah, honestly, this is a really cool set. Let's first take a look at the figures. The first one, which to my knowledge is the exact same figure, maybe minus the mallet. I'm not sure if the mallet's the same build, because I don't have it yet, as the Batman the Animated Series Skyline set, but this Harley Quinn figure is the exact same. So she has a smile on one side and a different type of smile on the other. Pretty good printing. She looks, although pretty similar to the original Harley Quinn figure from the DC reboot line. She does have little things like this toe printing, but of all of them, she's probably the least interesting of them, since she's exactly the same as the other set and doesn't have anything super unique about her, but still is a really nice figure. The next figure we have is Mr. Freeze, and only thing that made this better is if he actually had arm and leg printing. And in my opinion, this figure should have been included instead of Catwoman, and Catwoman should have been in this set. Mr. Freeze is a far more important part of Batman the Animated Series, since it's a series that redefined him as a character. I'm still glad we got this figure, but I think he should have been the figure inside that set, and this set should have included Catwoman. But the one thing that sucks is his ice gun. So there are two options I have. One, if you don't mind knockoffs, I literally just found this lying. This is from like Connect's Transformers or something like that. This looks really similar to his ice gun, and it's probably the best you can get. Again, this is not real Lego, so if you do want a Lego purist method to do it, I also did make the gun, which I'm also going to be using, because I'd rather prefer this, which is this. This is a way to have ice blasting out of it. You could also take one of like the candle pieces and put it on here. I didn't have a gray one, so that's why I'm using these studs and the ice blast coming out. But with this gun, he has a handle, there's this little cartridge here, and a long barrel. So this could be made completely out of extra pieces besides this ice blast piece, which I got from a minifigure or a brick accessory pack. One of the VIP ones you get for free. So here's Mr. Freeze with the little more accurate looking ice gun. And I'll probably get the piece eventually to make the barrel a little longer, maybe a little more accurate, but for now that's how this is going to have to look. And the final figure that actually is really great but does need a few upgrades is the Animated Series Batman. If you just take a look at the printing, it is all incredible. He has incredible back printing, front printing, and leg printing. He is nearly identical to the one in the new Animated Series set, but only thing different is this cape. The only really cool thing is you could move it in front of him to kind of have him do this look where he has the cape in front of him and just have him kind of pop out, but I just don't like this new plastic cape. But it seems like they're using that. Here's his underhead and the, well, it's not exactly new, it's like a year old dual molded Batman cowl. And I think that's good to have faces that could more resemble the Batman's instead of just having that white band across their head, so you can make a Bruce Wayne figure. But yeah, I wish they didn't include the plastic cape in this, and they used a cloth one. Even if it was just a black one, I'd have been fine. But if you do want a method to make it, if you could take a blue cape and a black cape, this is going to be fully for display because it kind of falls apart when you're trying to move it around. You can put it on like this. I recommend getting two of the same types of cape so it matches up the best you can. You can then place it on. Technically, if you wanted, you could probably use like glue or something to put it together, but you can transform it easily into Batman's cape. It's not going to match up perfectly all the time. That's why this can only be used for display. Any movement of it, as you can see, is going to lead to it being misaligned. I mean, there's technically ways to do it. As I said, you could probably use like glue or something, but if you want to just be completely pure Lego, not mess with anything, because I did check on Bricklink, the piece hasn't been sold yet, but on its own, the cape piece, I'm assuming most people want to keep their Batman, the animated series Batman together. It still looks really nice, and this is the best alternative, unless you, again, want to mess with Lego pieces and either glue these together or use like a blue marker to color the inside of a blue cape, or probably would work better is coloring the back side of a blue cape black. But as I said, you'll see there's going to be little gaps in it, but this is probably the best method to show off Batman with his blue cape. And as I said, this rubber cape, I just don't like it. It feels like a downgrade in them just trying to use less cloth pieces. I feel like we're probably going to be seeing this a lot more. I don't know, I just don't like it, really. I'd rather get a cloth piece in there than this rubber piece. But now it's time to look at this incredible Batmobile. And just for the fact that I don't want to have these on here, they do have stud shooters. They can launch if you push this down, if you've never seen them before. I will launch it at my hand and hope it doesn't get lost. But you could easily remove these by popping this out, putting that back in, and actually holding it on this side so I don't pull the piece out. So here's what the Batmobile looks like in its accurate form, having no guns on it, so you can put it as a full display model. And just honestly, the angles of this is incredible. The thing about this is, almost every Lego set generally shows a good amount of studs. This one has almost no studs visible. It's almost completely smooth across the top. And if you wanted to, you could really just need, what, you need two 1x2 flats for the back, probably a 1x4 over here, and then there's a 2x2 square here, and then 2x4s here, here, and here, and you can completely make it a flat Batmobile surface. Oh, and then 1x3s here and here. Well, yeah, this is just such impressive architecture of it. Oh, and then I filled in this bottom spot. It had open studs. I just didn't want to show that off. It looked really ugly. So I just filled this in with black pieces to match up over here. Those are just black pieces I had. I could probably also toss an extra black piece in here. Can't do it here because that would cover up the mechanism that causes for when you turn the wheels for the fire to turn. So as you can see from a backside view, that's what it would look like. These bat details are really cool as it builds up to the top here and here. And then this little hang over here is really nice. The front of it is super sleek and looks just incredible. There's this little area here. The engine looks super cool, as do the lights. And one thing I do find a little annoying is to fit the plastic cape in there, they literally had to leave the back of this open easily. If they put a cape piece in, and I'm just going to do this with one cape so I'm not messing with both. And this is the older type of cape, so it's going to have a less easy time fitting in. But if you take Batman with a cape, and not knock pieces off by doing this from an angle where it's not really meant to be seen by, you can put them in, and if you take a look at the bottom, the cape really doesn't have to be going back there. It's spreading out a little because it has the space to, but if you put a wall back there, easily it wouldn't be fitting in there. And that would be just such a nice little fix, so I might try and build that into mine. But yeah, it looks really cool. If you take Batman out and take a look at the interior, it is very detailed controls. A small little controlling steering wheel over here, and all these detailed little buttons and screens for Batman to control the Batmobile with. There's a small little map of Gotham on there. It's kind of hard to see, but try to zoom in the best I can. There's two little just kind of open screens over here and here, and then all these little buttons, dials, and switches to control the Batmobile. But yeah, this is, I think, honestly, the best Batmobile they have made. I think, even though there's an argument if it should be blue or black, this just looks amazing. It is so great, and if you really wanted to, you could piece it out in black and just buy the figures. Don't know how much they're going for, since it usually takes Bricklink like a month or two to have new figures be added on. But yeah, this looks just so great. Oh, and then I almost forgot the stand. The stand here, we have the information about the Batmobile. It is 21.2 feet long, 8.02 feet wide. It can go from 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds. It has a max speed of 310 miles per hour with its jet booster. It uses diesel fuel, and the turbo diesel V8 and jet turbine is its engine. But yeah, that's honestly just a bunch of facts, and you get this really incredible look of Batman the Animated Series classic artwork. It just looks incredible. It's an incredible set. It has a small amount of flaws. As I said, you should easily be able to solve those with your own piece collection. Only thing you might have to do is buy separate capes. The other complaint I have about Batman is he really needed like batarangs or something. And I also got the Batwing on clearance a few days before this, the 89 one. So I'm going to give him a batarang and a pair of handcuffs from that. But it's so disappointing that they didn't give him any kind of weapons to fight Mr. Freeze and Harley Quinn with. But, yeah, as I said, he looks really incredible. And, I mean, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a as that if they included a blue cape or just a simple black cape, that's all they need to do. I wouldn't have cared if they included the dual molded cape and kept that exclusive to the Batman the Animated Series set, but I'd rather have a cloth cape over the rubber one. You can use replication to make some like cool designs, like the bat wings being out or the cape trailing down, but I just don't like it in this specific instance. I want to know what you think, though. Please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next episode of Legends and Theories.
Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.